The fight or flight response is a physiological reaction that occurs in response to a perceived harmful event, attack, or threat to survival. If you were to find yourself alone with someone who indicated they wanted to harm you or rob you, what would you do? Would you put up a fight or try to escape? It isn't pleasant to think about, but it's important to know the facts. Your primary goal in an incident is to escape from the danger and call for help. However, there could come a time it's best for your survival to fight. If an attack does occur, trust yourself and stay as calm as possible. Think rationally and evaluate your options. There is no single right way to respond to a confrontation because each situation is different. Your response should depend on the circumstances, the location of the attack, your personal resources, the characteristics of your assailant, and the presence of weapons. There are many strategies that are effective, but you must rely on your own judgment to choose the best one. Let's listen to a full-time risk management professional and martial art expert for some general guidelines.
My name is Master Tom Mulaney with Grandmaster Hans Martial Arts, and my purpose today is to speak about fight or flight. We like to say that a problem understood is a problem half solved. And the thing that we understand is that we live in a world today that is quite dangerous. And there is a segment of the population that is more than willing to take advantage of a person that is unaware or that they believe to be a prime target. We talk about a triangle of accessibility or a triangle of vulnerability, and that triangle is composed of a victim, an attacker, and an opportunity. If you remove one of those items, you remove the opportunity for something bad to occur. If you're not in a bad situation or a bad place, a dark parking lot, or alone somewhere, and an attacker is, and there's an opportunity, the attack doesn't occur. We talk about a thing that we call a bystander interaction score. You can make an imaginary number. We use 0 to 10 for ease of purpose. 0 being no one is around to help you, and 10 is the best case scenario. You're in a room full of people and nothing is going to happen to you. What happens when a person shows a weapon? You know, I have a knife, I have a gun, get in my car, I'm going to leave. We're going to take you with us. What you have to understand is at any point, if you leave the area where the interaction occurs and a person has brandished a weapon, their intent is to use that weapon. You're best served to be attacked physically with hands or feet or with a weapon on a street, in a parking lot, someplace where someone can step out and assist you, than to go away. In a scenario where you're alone, you have to really choose, do I fight or do I flight? Is there an exit strategy for me? Can I run? Can I get away? Can I scream? You have to realize that the decision you have to make, and sometimes it's a very last minute decision, is you have to decide, do I fight? Do I stay? Do I run? And a lot of times you won't know until the interaction has started. The person grabs you. You have to do everything in your power to get away. I tell my students, especially the women that I teach in self-defense, that is not a time to be ladylike. That is a time for you to do every single thing possible within your power to survive. And you have to imagine way prior to this interaction what you're willing to do to survive. Here are a few common scenarios that people get themselves into. One is we get very attached to our handheld items. You cannot allow yourself to be drawn to that in a situation where your personal safety is at risk. I cannot leave a store anytime, but especially in the evening, especially when the foot traffic is light, the BIS score is low. I cannot leave and be texting, talking on the phone, not paying attention to what's around me. That's the first thing. The second thing is I can't walk with my head down. When my head is down, I'm not aware of what's going on around me. I have this great thing that I've been gifted with as a human. It's called peripheral vision. I can see a wide swath of what's around me. But when I look down, that's gone. The other thing that does is that does not allow me to make eye contact with the people around me. Something as simple as making eye contact with a person that has ill intent will make them change their mind, because what have I done? I've engaged them. They know that I see them. I've identified their facial features. I've seen who they are. I can identify them to others. I can give a description of their facial features, what they were wearing. I'm not a good target anymore, or at least I'm not the best target. That's 2. Be very aware of where you park, right? Be very aware. When I'm in a hurry and I slide into a parking spot, who am I sliding in next to? Is it a van with a rollaway door on the side that when I come back out after shopping and I'm fumbling for my keys, that someone can open the door and pull me in? Be very aware. Can I put myself in a parking situation where I'm not accessible to another person? Carry some form of light in your purse or on your person. The halogen lights are very cheap these days, and they're very bright. They're great for identifying things under your vehicle as you approach your vehicle in the evening. They're great for shining into the interior of your vehicle to make sure that no one else is in there when you approach it. And if you have to, they are great for temporarily blinding a person that is coming at you. Make sure that if you're going to go with someone that you do not know and you have to go with them, that you use your cell phone to take a picture of that person. Send that cell phone picture to a colleague, a husband, a wife. Send it to someone that if you turn up missing, there's photographic proof or evidence of the last person you were known to be with. That may not be the person that did anything to you, but that's the last person that you were with. That is the last person that saw you. Try at all costs to never go alone to meet a person you don't know. One of the most tragic things you can do is be in such a hurry to close a deal or do a job that you go someplace on the premise that a person is ready to buy or ready to close or ready to engage, and you don't know them. You've never heard of them before. You've never met them. You know nothing about them, but yet you put yourself in a 0 BIS because you want that sale. Right? Make that person come to you first, or take someone with you so that there's safety in numbers. If you're going to flee, if you're going to try to draw attention, scream, yell, throw a fit, yell help, yell fire, yell things that will bring people to you. Very critical, very important. There are lots and lots of tips, but those are some of the critical ones. Those are the handful that will keep you safe more than anything. But if I had to say one thing is always to be alert. Be alert is critical. You have to understand your surroundings. You have to know what type of area you're operating in, and you have to understand your BIS. Your bystander intervention score is the most critical thing for your personal safety.